just going to tell you right up front, you're going to want to watch this whole video. Because I know that most of you watching this are really, really, really going to appreciate the outcome. It's what you've been waiting for. I don't want to build it up too much, but I promise you, watch to the end. You're not going to regret it. So this weekend, I was really trying to take the weekend off. I needed it, man. I was just exhausted from coronavirus all the time. I was just losing my mind. And so all day Saturday, I sat around, I watched lots of crappy TV, I knitted like all day, it was fantastic. Sunday I had to do a little bit of work, I had some stuff to do, I also had to talk to my coach. And finally I kind of started tuning back into the news on Sunday afternoon. And what do I find? The Democrats shooting themselves in the foot by skewering this stimulus bill that could help so many people. It could not even just like financially, which is absolutely important, but just even putting their minds at ease that their government can function in times of crisis and that they can get it together when it really matters. And I thought they were going to make it. I really did. I thought they were going to make it. And then Nancy Pelosi swoops in like a demon and destroys the whole thing. And I just thought, you know what? If they do this, if they really have the gall to do this to the American people, they get exactly what they deserve in November. I cannot wait to watch what happens when these people experience the ramifications of what they're doing now. And listen, this is no surprise to anyone. Article from National Review today, Democratic rep told colleagues coronavirus bill is tremendous opportunity to restructure things to fit our vision. Excuse me? I may be a bit naive, but I thought that the coronavirus stimulus package was to help the American people as they're going through a crisis, to help them pay rent, to help them pay their mortgage, to help them feed their kids, to help them stay in the homes that they're in. That's what I thought that this was about, not restructuring things to fit the Democratic vision for what America should be. So let's just take a look. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi worked to scooper, I don't even know what scooper is, but scooper the Phase 3 coronavirus relief package on Sunday after Majority Whip James Clyburn told caucus members last week that the bill was a tremendous opportunity to restructure things to fit our vision. Clyburn's comments came on a Thursday call on Thursday, featuring more than 200 House Democrats, during which the members laid out a list of provisions they wanted included in the Senate's $1 trillion package. Republicans have said that Democrats have repeatedly demanded increased bargaining powers for unions as well as environmental regulations for airlines and more wind and solar tax credits. And we're going to talk about some of the things the Democrats want in this bill in a second. After Pelosi flew into Washington, D.C. over the weekend to add demands to negotiations, a move that some Republicans have cited as the reason why the procedural vote to fast-track the legislation fell by a party line vote on Sunday night. Speaking after the vote, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell slammed Democrats for playing politics in a time of crisis. All of a sudden, the Democratic leader and the Speaker of the House shows up, and we're back to square one. We're fiddling here, fiddling with the emotions of the American people, fiddling with the markets, fiddling with our healthcare. The American people expect us to act tomorrow. This is what he said last night. Now listen, I am not a fan of Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell could actually be Satan, so far as I'm concerned. I've joked in the past about thinking Ben Shapiro was Satan and then discovering he wasn't. That's fine, well and good. Mitch McConnell could actually be Satan, though. I don't feel like I'm exaggerating there. However, when the man is right, you have to give credit where credit is due, and he is 100% correct in this. The American people are expecting action, and they wanted to see, I think that if nothing else, the promise of that stimulus check, the little tiny bit of peace of mind that it could bring them is so important. That is what leadership looks like. I have to tell you, I have been incredibly impressed with how Donald Trump has handled these daily press briefings. I'm actually going to do a separate video on what components of leadership Donald Trump is utilizing in these processes, because I do a lot of leadership training. I watch a lot of leaders evolve. He has absolutely evolved in this. He's stepped up to the plate. He is being, words I never thought would come out of my mouth, the leader that the country needs in this crisis. And what do the Democrats do? They swoop in and say, no, here's what we want for our list of demands for this Senate stimulus package. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what is in Nancy Pelosi's bill that she is making the American people wait for their much-needed stimulus checks for. According to a source close to the process on Capitol Hill, in order to move forward with any kind of relief package, Pelosi and her far-left Democrat caucus will demand the following be included. Publication of corporate pay statistics by race and race statistic for all corporate boards. That doesn't sound like an emergency. A bill out on the all current data at the Postal Service. That doesn't sound like an emergency. Required early voting, not an emergency. Required same-day voter registration, not an emergency. Provisions on official time for union collective bargaining. I'm sorry, what? What jobs are people going to right now where they need union collective bargaining? Wait, what? Full offset of airline emissions by 2025, not an emergency. Publication and reporting of greenhouse gas statistics for individual flights. Is anyone taking flights right now? Is anyone getting on airplanes? Very few people. Retirement plans for community newspaper employees. Come on. Federal $15 minimum wage. Well, God knows that's going to really help people that are out of a job. Permanent paid leave? Are you kidding me? And listen, Town Hall is a little bit of like a right-wing website, right? But it was just the best article I could find on kind of short notice. They've gone through the bill that Pelosi's proposing, which, by the way, that bill is like 1,400 pages. The Democrats' bill, their answer to this stimulus package is 1,400 pages. Do you think they just wrote that overnight? I don't think they did. They've obviously been working on this for a while. So you can actually go through, see where they're enumerating things in the actual text of the bill. And listen, let's go back over to this one. Oh, wait, no, it might be in this one, actually. Oh, here it is. So here are some tweets from senators and representatives talking about this. Tom Cotton says that this report is correct. Pelosi and Schumer are willing to risk your life, your job, your retirement savings for a radical left-wing wish list that has nothing to do with the virus. Dan Crenshaw says, too, I can confirm this. This is what Democrats torpedoed the rescue package for. This will go down as one of the most cynical, disgusting, malevolent actions in history. Millions are losing jobs while they play these games. Listen. The back and forth political nonsense, the bickering. There is nothing that you can say that will piss me off more than bickering in times like this. This was a time when American people were starting to come together. People were even supporting Trump. I was shocked. Even people that I never thought would support Trump in their lives have said, like, Trump's like getting it together. He's being a leader. He's not attacking Democrats. He's showing up. He's showing he can try to pull people together. I was shocked at how much this was actually helping with this partisan political divide. And then, like GD clockwork, boom! Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer come in and spoil everything with this back and forth political nonsense. So you know what? You all win. You all win. You really do. You win. I'm done. I tweeted this earlier, but I think it's worth reiterating on this video. I said, I have never voted for someone who is not a Democrat in my life. That streak will end in November. I'm beyond angry about what they're doing. This is not about the well-being of workers. This is taking advantage of a crisis. It is unconscionable. I cannot wait for them to lose. Democrats, congratulations. I'm voting for Donald Trump in November, and I will vote for every single Republican on the ballot over this nonsense. This is so beyond the pale. This is completely unnecessary. So people that have wanted me to say I'm voting for Trump for however many weeks now, you win. And I'm going to tell you, I really did not make up my mind until today. I really didn't. I was kind of waffling back and forth, and for a while I really wanted to remain undecided because I wanted to see who my options were. That was always what I said. I'm not going to make a decision about who I'm going to vote for until I know who my options are. And now I know my options are basically Trump and Biden. Biden has disappeared. Dude can't even figure out how to do a live stream. Listen, I am not great with technology. There was a time in my life when I was, but now I am not. I still know how to make a video. This is not hard. This is really not hard. Biden can't even show up and do that, has completely disappeared in this time of crisis. Trump is stepping up, actually acting like a leader instead of a mean girl in high school tweeting out insults about people all the time. And the Democrats have their heads so far up there, you know what, that they are just they've completely lost it. They have lost the plot. So guess what, Republicans? You win. I'm voting for your guy.